So let's have a look at some more questions here. So we have 16 divided by 2. We can also look at this as we need to get 16. If we count into groups of 2, how many jumps will we need to get to 16? So we could do 1 jump of 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So can you see how actually if we looked at this as groups of, we could think of our times tables to help us solve this, because all we did was counting 2's up to 16. We're using the numbers that we've got to find the missing number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We've got 8 jumps. 16 to groups of 2 is 8. We could always do it backwards as well. We start at 16. How many jumps do we need to get to 0? We need to get to 0 because that means that we've shared them equally. If we didn't get to 0, that means we haven't shared them equally. We haven't done the jumps correctly. So 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we've got a missing number. Something into groups of 2 equals 12. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Sorry about that, we'll have to start again. So counting in 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Now, again, we can actually use our number knowledge and our times table knowledge to solve this, because if we looked at groups of 2, okay, and we put 12 in each of them, okay, we've got 2 groups, so there are groups there, and we put 12 in each. If we then add those together, 12 add 12, 24. Something divided by 2 equals 10. Because we can divide, we're dividing by 2, this number actually is 2 times bigger. So 10 times 2, or 2 times 10, is 20. So this is why it's so important to know our times tables, because this can really help. Division can seem really difficult, but if you know your times tables really well, then you can use the numbers that you've got in the sentence to work out that missing number. Have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet now, please.